If you want to make $1 million with an app that charges $10 subscription, you may need 100 million views because if you're promoting your app on social media, 1,000 views sometimes only turn into one sale. And that is exactly why, in this stage of AI, building a product is honestly the easy part. It is the marketing and the selling that actually decides how far your business can go. But when you go on the internet and try to learn marketing, I'm pretty sure you have seen videos like this. Some people are telling that the best way is to post one video every single day, even 10 videos to build a personal brand. Some others are saying, no, UGC content is the answer. Some others are saying, you should just go approach influencers that fits your niche. And some others are saying, don't waste your time, just run tons of TikTok and Meta advertisement and see what work out the best. So who should you listen to? If you also want to build something with AI and make money out of it, how should you even think about marketing strategy? Hi, my name is Dexter. I am a business and philosophy double major student at Minerva University. I'm also a serial entrepreneur, and I have achieved some pretty good results both before AI vibe coding and with AI. And a very big portion of these results actually came from me testing marketing with my own money. And in all of those business, no matter what I was selling, the hardest part was always the same. It was never about building a product. It was about how can I get people actually pay for it. So if you're also build something, selling something online, it could be an app, a service, or even just a t-shirt, you're facing the exactly same question as me. What marketing strategy should you choose? Today, I'm still going to talk about marketing, but I don't want to start from those methods and strategies. I want to start from the other side, your users. Meaning, how a random person on the internet just scrolling content becomes your paying user ultimately, step by step. And this is the user's journey. And in my opinion, all the marketing methods out there, there are just different ways of pushing people through the same journey. I will break down online marketing in 2026 into 4 steps. We will walk through one example with real numbers so you can see exactly what leads to what. And at the end, I will share one trade that finally decides what marketing strategy is right for you. And once you get this, I'm pretty sure you will never be confused about marketing again. So let's start. So step number one of marketing, and also the first step of user's journey, is the views and impressions. So this means how many people have viewed your marketing content. It doesn't matter if you made this content or a UGC creator made it or an influencer made it. At this very first step, there's only one thing that matters. How many people have actually watched that content? And let me use one of my own app as example. As you can see, I posted this content to promote my app and about 1,000 people saw this reels. This is step one, 1,000 views. Step number two is the landing space. So somebody watched the content, right? They got interested and they clicked. Where do they land? It could be a landing page like a website. It could also be a link to your app store. It could even be your DM. This is a space where you find the people who watch the content and they want to know more about your product. So they clicked in and they're trying to either get more information from you or leave some information to you. And back to our example, out of those 1,000 views, about 60 people tap the link, so they land on my App Store page. Step number three is the onboarding procedures. It could be your first couple of pages of your app. It could be a tutorial. It could be an image or a description of your product. Whatever it is, this is the part that further leads your consumers to their final decision makings. And every single page they see here is actually asking one question. Should I pay for this or not? And in our example, out of the 60 people, 20 people actually download the app and finish the onboarding. And step number four, they paid. This is the ultimate stage that we want, right? The whole journey before this is just for this very moment somebody finally decided to pay for your product with the payment methods they prefer, like Apple Pay, PayPal, or a credit card. In our example, out of those 20 people, only one person paid. So views, landing space, onboarding, and payment. 1,000 people watched the content and one person paid. This is user's journey. And every single users you get, they will been through these 4 steps. Doesn't matter through TikTok or Instagram, who made the content, your users will never skip these 4 steps. And here, let's do a simple math. Let's say my app charges $10 one time. So with this funnel, 1,000 views equals $10. If I want to make $10,000 with this app, I need 1 million views. And if I want to make $1 million, I just need 100 million views. That sounds crazy, right? Like almost impossible for a solo founder. But that is exactly why I'm saying that marketing is not about chasing views, because between every single step, there is a conversion rate. If I can turn that one purchase into two out of the same 1,000 views, I immediately only need half of the views for the same money. So all the marketing work you will ever do is actually just two things: getting more people into this journey and losing less people at every single step. A quick pause here. Before we continue, think about your own product for a second. Like, which of these four steps do you think is your bottleneck right now? Tell me in the comments. I will read every single one of them. And I'm very curious where most of you are stuck. Okay, let's move on. Now we already know the user journey, right? So let's go back. Let's take a look at the three mainstream marketing strategies that people are all talking about right now. Number one is running online advertisement like Meta ads, TikTok advertisement. Number two is going through a influencer or a UGC content. Number three is building your own personal brand. So basically, you're making the content yourself. Those are the three mainstream strategies, right? But if you look further into this, these three strategies are actually the same because they're all about social media. You're basically leveraging the traffic of people who are scrolling. Let's start with paid advertisement. If you're running ads, you basically make content that fits your go-to-market strategy, right? And then you select the target audience on your own. You can define the age, the region, the interest. Like, do they like pets? Do they go to gym? Then you're choosing all of that, and then you rely on the algorithm of Meta or TikTok to find the people who meet your criteria. And whatever A/B testing you're doing here, it mainly affects the very first part of the user's journey, right? The click-through rate from views to landing. Like how many people saw your content and how many of them decided to touch your landing space. Now, if you're doing influencer marketing, this is actually the same logic. The only difference is the influencer already has an audience base. You don't need to select the target audience on your own anymore. You select it by choosing which influencer you want to work with. Let's say you're selling a pet product. You probably will go for those accounts and influencers that are posting pet content, right? Because you're believing the people who already follow that pet account are more likely to be interested into your pet product. So you're still selecting a target audience. You just do that by selecting influencers. With UGC, you're paying for someone's ability to make content in your niche, right? Even they don't have a large number of followers. And if you as a founder are making the content yourself, posting alone, editing alone, you're doing the exactly same job, just with your own hands. So fundamentally, logically, advertisement, influencer marketing, UGC, and personal branding, they are literally the same thing. All of them are working on the very beginning of the user's journey, from views to your landing space. Now, since our final goal is to find people who actually pay for our product, not views, not even landing space. So how do we move forward and choose a strategy now? And my answer is, it depends. Based on my experiences, some content made by an influencer who have a large fan base may have a very high number of views, even with a very high click-through rate to your landing page. But maybe very few people may actually end up paying because those people clicked because of the influencer, not for your product. And remember the example, 1,000 views became one customer. So sometimes 10,000 views can still become just one customer. And there could be some content that you just made it by yourself. And maybe you have never made content before, but since you know your product and you address your product with your heart and your customer actually get the point, that content may do not have that many views, but those views walked very deep into the whole journey, like from landing page all the way to the final purchase. So in this case, maybe 500 views can become 20 paying customers. So when we are facing situations like this, what we really need is a clear data structure that can track every single step for every single marketing channel. We need to look closely at the conversion rate from views to purchase. And we also need to pay attention to another indicator, very important about marketing. It is the cost. If you're trying to do paid advertisement, you need at least a couple of $100s to try out different go-to-market messages. Let's say you have about 8 go-to-market messages strategies, right? You put them into different advertisement campaign groups, and each group needs at least 50 to even $100 because the algorithm needs time and data, like enough data to learn about your audience. And for influencer marketing, if you're looking for a influencer who has like 20,000 to 50K followers, by the market price, I'm saying, like as long as iPhone so far, you need at least $1,000 for them to make one post. It's low key cost a lot, right? And most of the collaborations will never guarantee you how many views they can bring to you. So it's sort of, gambling. And there's also a time cost that I think very few people mention about this. Like from researching the influencers, search them, to approaching them, to building a connection, and finally closing the deal of collaboration. This whole process can easily take 2 weeks because the influencers has their own schedule too. They cannot just, post for you tomorrow. So it's very hard for you to guarantee that you can stably find 2 to 4 influencers every single month. That is a problem you also need to think about. For UGC content, like based on my experiences, you need to spend around $800 on one UGC collaborations, and they will make content for like let's say 20 pieces of content a month. Like still, you're paying for the views. No one will guarantee you the final conversion to purchase. Now, if you want to do all the content by yourself, like posting on your own, you are not paying anyone. That's good. That definitely saves you money. But first of all, you may not have the ability yet to make content that actually works. So you have a time cost. You need time to film, time to edit, time to get good at it. That's the reason why, hiring influencers and UGC creators is expensive. It's exactly because, they already have the skills or the followers. You're paying a premium for what they have already proven. And all of these we have talked so far today bring us to one trait that I promised you at the beginning of the video. Like with them, you pay money, right? With yourself, you pay time. So you can see there is really no absolute good or bad here. It really depends on how much money you have right now, how much time you can dedicate it into this, and what you want to test. And as a startup founder or a solo founder, we are always doing this one trade, right? Using money to buy time or using time to save money. And this trade will ultimately decide your own marketing path. And based on my experiences, like my advice is try everything out within your budget. Like track those 4 steps and see which way actually fits you. And I think there are so many voices on the internet right now telling you just do this one thing and you're gonna win. From my experiences, that is just not how it works. And here is something that you can do tonight. Draw these 4 steps for your own product: views, landing space, onboarding, and payment. And write your real numbers next to each step. And the step where your conversion rate collapse. And that is exactly where your marketing effort should go to. And if you like this video or you like the way I'm telling my stories, please subscribe. I'm making a series of videos trying to share my experiences and thoughts on my own entrepreneurship journey. And the next video is also going to about AI, marketing, and business. Good luck and see you next time.